That is a nice big bird. It's from Costco, so it's only $5.99. Other stores are like $7.99, $8.99. Let's see how many meals I can make this week out of this one chicken. First meal was I ate one thigh because I realized I hadn't eaten this morning. But you want to keep everything. They're all back in the bag or in another bag. Keep it because I'm going to show you how to make some broth, and it's basically going to be free food. That is the meat of the leg and the middle part of the wing. I'm going to use that for dinner tonight. Hoping to make 2 servings. I'm going to do a noodle, mushroom, chicken casserole type thing. If you had a family of 4, you could use both legs and both thighs, or a leg, a thigh, and a wing. And I'm going to cook my noodles in broth, chicken broth, so that it has more flavor. I'll check back with you when I make it. So chicken tip number 1 is take advantage of the rotisserie chicken if it's cheaper than what you can buy a chicken for, because they've already cooked it. You don't have to spend the time and the electricity or gas to cook yours. Number 2, like I said, keep everything. Now, you saw me put the bones in the bottom. That's tip number 2, keep everything, because we're going to use the bones and the skin and all that stuff, make some broth. Chicken tip number 3, chop things very small. If it's chopped smaller, it just looks like there's more. Think like the finely shredded cheese, like the Taco Bell uses. You really don't get very much cheese, but there is cheese on there. I have diced some onion, chopped up some mushrooms. I'm going to saute them, put some brown on them, add some flavor. And I'm going to add my chicken. And I have the noodles, and then I'm going to make cream sauce. Make your own cream of mushroom soup at home, and adding in the mushrooms bulks up the meal. And it's a brown rice and quinoa. Quinoa has protein in it. I also am allergic to wheat, so those are the noodles that I use. And I'm going to also add in, because we want flavor, I'm going to add in some mushroom bouillon, maybe some chicken bouillon, but we'll see. This is what you want to see, all that golden brown color. And we're going to get all that flavor off the bottom of the pan. And I have decided that the noodles are going to cook in water, and I'm going to put all my flavor in here in the sauce. I've added the chicken, and now I'm going to add some gluten-free flour. I'm going to stir it up. All of that oil is going to absorb into the flour. If we need to, we can always add more, but we want to get it to change color. So it's not white anymore. And we're going to let it cook in the pan so it gets out that flour taste. And we're going to add milk and make our sauce. And then we're also going to add some chicken bouillon, maybe some mushroom bouillon. I'll let you know. I cooked half the box of noodles, but I only put half of what I cooked in here. But it's nice and thick. It's excellent tasting. I added poultry seasoning, seasoned salt, garlic, onion, maybe some parsley, maybe not. So you can eat it straight from here as a casserole, or you could put it in a casserole dish and put some breadcrumbs on top and put it back in the oven and cook the top. So, chicken casserole. Got a wonderful chew. You can taste the chicken. You can taste the mushrooms. And that will probably make at least 2 meals for me, if not 3. So I used 1/4 of a box of the noodles. So you could almost double it and use half a box of noodles. And make it for your family. It's so good. I'm gonna have some more. Second meal for the rotisserie chicken. I'm gonna take one chicken breast and I'm gonna cook some millet. I have a wrap, some Caesar dressing, some lettuce, and I'm going to make at least one, if not two, Caesar salad wraps for dinner, and hopefully one for dinner, one for lunch tomorrow. Turned out more almost taco shaped. My burrito's not very well, but look at that. I didn't even use half. I can probably get 3 sandwiches out of that. And when you add the millet, you add more bulk. And there, it's a complex carb, so it's better for you. So chicken's gonna go a long way.
I got flavor, you know what I mean? I got flavor, bring with me, man. I got flavor. I put the sauce in a pie. I got flavor. I got flavor, you know what I mean? I got flavor, bring with me, man. I got flavor. I put the sauce in a pie. I got flavor, dip, flip, and soul for the high.
Okay, let's talk about this taco, lasagna, enchilada, casserole, whatever you want to call it. I'm sorry I didn't get to have video while I was making it yesterday. I seem to have had, well, not I, my roommate seemed to have this interruption problem. It's like I'm in the kitchen trying to do a video. Go away. So it has about a half of a chicken breast in it, 4 button mushrooms, some black beans, some rice that I cooked in chicken broth. That's important because the chicken broth helps bring that flavor. Some broccoli. I would have put some zucchini in it. I was really trying to recreate a dish that my mom made for us when I was in high school. That I'll have to talk about on another video. So good, phenomenal. She chopped everything. I for this chopped everything small. Onions, of course. I cooked half a cup of rice, but I didn't use half a cup of rice. And I made a full 8x8 pan. I started to roll them to do like the enchiladas, and then I realized that they were cracking. I'm like, I don't want to take the time to take them over the microwave, warm them up, to bring them back to roll them up. So I just decided to layer it. So, and then I put some extra queso on it. I didn't have any enchilada sauce, and I thought, I'm not going to one more store. I've been out, I've been running errands. I had 3 stops. So I just took tomatoes and jalapenos, tomatoes and something. I just dropped some, the dog's gonna eat it. Tomatoes and something. And put it in the blender and whipped it up and put in some tomato sauce. And here's my homemade taco seasoning on the inside. And a little spicy. Some tomatoes and jalapeno on top are a little spicy. I did put some extra queso over the top of mine, so there's a little extra spice on there from that too. You could put sour cream, you can serve it with side salad. But this 8x8 pan would make 4 huge servings. Somehow I've lost a video. So as editor mom, that was the meals that I made with the chicken. And I had at least a half of a chicken that I froze. And I ate at least every dinner for 5 nights. I had enough. And I took some for lunches too. So if you had a family of 4 and you did the mushroom casserole, that would feed you one night. You could do the taco or enchilada
casserole that would feed you one night. And you could do the Caesar's wraps one night, or chicken Caesar salads. That would feed you a fourth night, and you could probably get a fifth dinner out of it. The Costco chickens are quite big. I will definitely drive past the local markets to go to Costco to get their chicken. Yes, I look awful. Yes, I'm wearing my glasses. I've been sick. So, as you can tell, my voice is a little raspy, my throat's a little sore. So the next segment, I also wanted to show you in this video how to get some almost free food out of that Costco chicken. Remember, I kept telling you, keep everything in the bag, keep everything. So another trick that I do that you'll see in this first part of the video is you take your vegetable scraps and you keep them in a Ziploc bag. I just throw mine in the freezer. You can't just go straight from, you can go grab celery, carrots, and onions and put it in the pot and it'll be fine. But we keep all our veggie scraps. And I think I explained most of the broth making process. But if you keep your scraps, those are free. The bones and the skin from the chicken, the little wing tips, all that stuff that's in the bag, that's free because you've already paid for it. You've already eaten at least 4 or 5 meals off of it and fed your family. And now you can put it in the crock pot and make broth and get 1 or 2 more meals by simply adding a little bit of something. But I'll show you the process and then I'll come back and chat.
There are the chicken bones, some onion, some cabbage, some more onion, some carrot. Spray it with a little olive oil. And then we're going to put it in the oven at 350 and check it in about 20 minutes. Not dark enough for me. Much better. So it's brown, but all that good flavor on it. We're going to now take this, put it in the crock pot, and I'll show you some of the secret things I add. Okay, see all that brown? Oh, it's going to give it extra flavor. So of course we're going to add water, just about to cover. And sorry y'all, I don't measure. Just garlic. Yes, that's onion powder. Yes, there's onions in there. This is one of my secrets. You put in poultry seasoning. Shake a little bit in there. I'm also going to put in 2 tablespoon. Just give some veggie flavor. And another secret, gonna sound weird, but I'll explain it, hold on, is apple cider vinegar. What this does is it pulls out all the nutrients out of the bones. And you probably, just a little bit, maybe not even a tablespoon. And I'm gonna add some more water, I think. Water, more or less to cover. There we go. I think I'll put some bay leaves in and then put the lid on and just let it cook. So I drained it all, or I put it in a colander, drained it all, and have all this liquid. So because there was skin and fat in there, we're gonna put this in the refrigerator, maybe in a different container, but we're gonna put this in the refrigerator and let the fat come to the top. Then I decide how I want to store it, and because I also want to be able to taste the broth and not the fat. So all you taste is the fat. We're gonna throw all this away. It has given up everything. Let's see if I can find bones. They've given up all the nutrients that they have. There are little bits of meat, but because it's cooked for so long, the meat's going to be really dry. We could take it out and put it in the broth, but I have enough chicken. I have that whole half a chicken. So we'll do that. Let this sit in the fridge, and we'll give it a taste test tomorrow.
So I seem to have lost another video in there, but when you keep your veggie scraps, do not keep the onion roots. They will make your broth bitter, but you do want to keep the thin onion skins that are that goldeny tan brown color. All the grandmas, that's how they get that beautiful color in their broth. Mine was not that color, but you know, that's okay. And it doesn't matter what your veggie scraps are. Sometimes mine are asparagus ends or broccoli stems. It just depends on what you have. And if you want to make it vegan, just keep your veggies and just do the veggies. And you don't even have to put them in the oven and cook them. You can. It, you know, gives them more flavor. I did it this time to show you. A lot of times I just throw it in the crock pot. And so we spent $5.99 on the chicken. We added things from our pantry for the week. And we got let's say we got 5 meals for a family of 4. And then you got the chicken broth. And again, you can take things from your pantry for your chicken broth. Because I got sick, just happened to have broth. I put in some same noodles that I used for the mushroom casserole. And I used those noodles and cooked them in broth and added mixed vegetables just straight out of the freezer and put it in and had soup. And once your broth is done, and I did video the taste test, and I don't know where it is. You can adjust the seasonings however you like. I added more garlic. It actually needed salt, which is strange. And I think I added a little more bouillon when I made the soup. Of course, I could have gotten some of the chicken out and put it in, but at that point I was so sick with sinus infection that just whatever was the quickest to do. So if you got 5 meals out of the chicken and then you got 2 more meals out of the broth, you've literally spent $5.99 on your meat and been able to serve your family 7 meals or dinner for a week. And I didn't go back and add up, bag of mixed vegetables is maybe $1, $1.29, depending on when you bought them. So it's, 50 or 60 cents. Lots of pastas you can get really, really cheap, like 99 cents. You could do it with a cheap pasta for 50 cents. So you've got $1 that you've added to your broth with noodles and mixed vegetables and made a meal for your family. And if you had extra chicken, you could have put that in there because you've already paid for the chicken and your family has already eaten off of it. I still have broth in the fridge because I didn't use all the broth to make soup. And you could make gravy with it. And do a different type of casserole. Or do some chicken and rice with gravy or something. So the $5.99 Costco chicken can go a long, long way. Remember to keep your Ziploc and put your veggie scraps in there. Again, do not use the onion stem and the roots. It'll make it bitter. Let me know which of the recipes you want to try first. Let me know if you shop at Costco or you don't shop at Costco. And if you've ever gotten the Costco chicken. We thank you all for coming along. We appreciate each and every one of you. As Amanda would say, remember you are the magic. And as I always say as mom, remember, blessed to be a blessing.